In this video, you're going to see how I earned 3 million coins from the Gauntlet, as well as a mental chess match behind high level Madden. So this is game 1 of Gauntlet, and I actually had a hell game. So this guy actually really knew what he was doing, but he's in a doubles flex while I have close. So when I'm switch sticking defensively, you know, the first thing I'm looking at defensively is I just want to identify one receiver of the field and see like kind of what space he's running into. And just one receiver should tell you like the bulk of the play. So again, once I see that little speed drag, immediately in my head, I'm kind of thinking like, you know, it's like this backside in the streak coming from the running back. But obviously, once I saw the speed drag, I mean, the tight end drag was coming in as well. So I was able to, you know, lurk that quickly. And then I was able to get back, you know, to the crossing route here. And a small little thing on this play is, you know, this is something like, this is a theory I kind of have. But if you get to the top of the circle and strafe, like I've noticed I haven't dropped a pick yet doing that, and you see like, it's just kind of like with the blue passing. If you get the blue pass, obviously you get that like 100% accurate pass. I mean, sometimes you still overthrow it with it, but if you get to the top of the circle, you strafe up, you get that little blue like thing underneath. Like I've caught every pick with that so far. So, but like I said, we'll see if that actually, you know, works out over like a larger sample. But another big thing from this play is, again, I think two drags is like the most popular route concept in the game. So that's why you'll usually see me, like I switch stick to my slot cornerbacks a lot, and I'll like run them in really quickly because I know this curl flat, it's gonna run to this space on the field, but the drags there's like a small window to throw the drag right here. So I'm almost always on my slot corners, moving like my slot cornerbacks in. And you saw I did it to both slot cornerbacks here, so he wasn't able to throw either drag, and then I was able to get back into the crosser, and then I strafed up on him as well. So here, again, I usually run doubles, but it's that time of the year where I want to run like everything in the game, just learn everything in the game, whether it's audibling around, there's 7 different formations, just learning different playbooks, learning different formations. The best way to prepare for the next Madden is not by running like the current meta, but it's, you know, just constantly changing up your playbooks and like your schemes, because you never know what's going to be good in the next year's game. And really like the biggest like, you know, skill that you got to develop is getting used to, you know, adapting really fast to new meta. So that's why you're going to see me running like a lot of new offenses in these videos coming up. But here you're going to see me. I am in the Browns. I'm in the Browns playbook here. So it's actually recommended by Pavan. Again, and you can go check him out on the Man Academy YouTube. But he was telling me, you know, Browns is really good. I'm like, bet, you know, let me check it out. Has a really good trips head in, and their bunch, and they have a top tier bunch as well. You know, they have the bunch with like all these running back routes. The crab route, the spacing switch. This is one of my favorite setups right here on spacing switch. Because again, most people are running like some sort of like cover 3, cover 4. So I kind of like leaving this little like hitch on the field, because it does a good job of getting in between the purples. And then obviously, you know, this slant as well. So again, really like the big thing when you're playing versus like cover 3, cover 4, which will most people run, is like kind of hitting like these spaces, this space, and like this space on the field right here. And as you see, when you have like 2 people in these, like both of these spaces, it's gonna be really hard to guard all these, especially with a crosser over the top. So here I'm gonna call the crab route play. I'm actually not, so again, I think it's kind of natural when you're running a new playbook, you know, kind of run the plays that you see other people running. And I'll be honest with you, this is like one of my least favorite meta plays that I see. I just don't think it's like, I don't think it's like I've made, and you'll see it in an upcoming video, but I make a really small adjustment to this play. I think this corner route, it's just a little too shallow for me. And like the curl flat can play in between the circle route and the triangle like crab really well. So you'll see me make a small adjustment later. But again, we step up really here. And this was like a really small thing, but again, I never look at the line with my quarterback, but you saw me, I moved up, and I kind of just felt, that's why you play with vibration on, I felt I was getting like really close to the line of scrimmage. So you saw me step up really far, and then I just took a step back. That's because I felt in my controller the vibration. So that's why I stopped stepping up, and that saved me the sack, and I was able to throw this right here. And again, here, like at the 1, we just get an easy run-in touchdown with the inside zone. So here, you know, back on defense. Again, like I said, I didn't change it up from Dollar because I didn't think he could beat Dollar. It's just because, again, I'm trying to force myself to learn like new formations, new metas defensively, because I'm a 6 DB specialist, I won't lie. So it's good for me to learn like new formations. And again, I personally think Mug can be really good. Again, my problem with it, as with any nickel set, is when somebody starts flipping, audibling around, it really pisses me off. And you know, 6 DB sets, they just make it really easy. So I do think Dollar and like the dimes, those are like kind of like the best formation. Even like a 4-3, even 6-1, where it's you're not susceptible to the flip. But if somebody isn't flipping, Mug is really good. I like how you can man people up out of this. You can actually get pressure. So it is a pretty good formation for sure. And you see here, I really should have switch stick to this left slot corner here, and I usually do. I was a little uncomfortable with like the switch stick in here, but again, that's something that we'll get used to. Again, just a good quick flat from him. So here, and this is why like in Mug, like he was just able to go no huddle and quick snap, and like my purple is like running cross field here, had to rezone him. We were able to get back down to the quarterback in time though. So here, I'm just gonna try coming out in mid blitz. Again, like once he started like flipping and like audibling around, like it was kind of annoying coming out in the zone version and Mug. So I'm just gonna come out in mid blitz. Hopefully I can get a little bit better of an alignment. And again, here he did the right thing. Again, he saw me engage in the line. So once you see someone engage in the line, you can like snap throw these posts. Again, I wasn't close enough with my safety to even do a D-pad switch there. So something I've always really liked doing in Madden is just because like the zones are really, really bad in this game. So anytime the zones are really bad, I always like, starting to man people up. So if there's like particular routes that do a really good job of getting in between certain zones, I'll go ahead and like usually cross man. So that's the thing I do really like about Mug, is that I can run a defense like this where I can cross man somebody if I need to. And one of the most misunderstood things about running a defense like this is you're not doing it with the intent of like fully stopping the route you're manning up. So I am doing this knowing that eventually, this cross man is going to get beat. But I am doing it so I want him to guard a certain number of spaces, and then at some point I know, okay, he's going to run into a different zone on the field, I'll guard him. So this is essentially like, you don't want to view the man up. This is like the end all be all to stopping this route. See it as more of a double team. You want to use it. You want to use the man up to stop the route in like earlier spaces on the field when he's developing early to like maybe mid play, and then you still want to zone later on to stop whatever route you think he's going to be on. So for example here, like I said, I'm going to cross man him here, and I know this post will eventually beat me on this cross man, right? The post will probably beat me by the time he gets to right here, but I know that with my switch stick, so I just know that he's not going to be able to snap throw this post route like right here in the space or like right here in the space. But once he crosses midfield, I know that post will be a problem, and I'm prepared to switch on to the strong safety. So this isn't like again, I know this man up is just going to stop the post. I don't expect him to play it all the way, and I don't want him to play him all the way. Again, this is me double teaming him essentially. So again, here I'm expecting PA snag. He's done like the drag and stuff a lot. So again, exactly what you see here. So this man up acted as a double team. It wasn't meant to fully stop the post route. So again, I still had to have a zone to complement that man up, and I did the strong safety because I knew when this man up was going to get beat. So here you see me switch off. Again, I switched onto my strong safety my free safety, knowing that I had to go and play the slant. I knew that this man up would play the post route until he got to like midfield, right? So I was actually using the safety to come down and play on a slant from like the slot receiver, but he did a tight end slant, which threw me off a little bit, but he didn't throw it. I'm not mad at him not throwing it there because I could have potentially switched it. But like I said, the man up, it covered it for this space in the field, and that's all I needed to guard it for, because then I was going to come down with Palomalu and guard the slant for a little bit, and then I could switch back to the strong safety to help this man up. So that's like the whole point of like doing man ups. It's like the double team, not necessarily to just take one route away. So here, this is a really great play by him. He did the little running back route. So on Dala, I usually like to double maple this side, and double maple, all that means is having two flats on one side of the field. And I didn't have two flats on one side of the field here, and I wasn't able to get back. Usually I can get back to that post pretty fast, but what I need to do later in the game, now that I know he does the tight end post, is I'm going to start cross man this tight end. So anytime I switch to this flat, again, I don't have to worry about getting back to this tight end. So here I actually get stuck in the line, and I'll be honest, I usually do not stop people in the red zone. Again, I got stuck at the line here. I thought I was fucked, honestly. Again, he had the tight end early. And the deep blue actually made a play on the in route. I swear to God, I don't know what it is. I think it was because it was like a regular in route, not like a crosser. But man, I get those up so much even with deep blues on the field. So I was actually really surprised I got a pick there. But I'll take it for sure. So here, like I said, I'm in the Browns playbook. And again, I know like when you're in dime 3-2, again, he's been running like, like cover 4 and stuff like that, cover 3, cover 4. So I need like these flood concepts to like the sideline. And like I said, I'm just kind of freestyling. Again, I don't really run this playbook. So here's my thought process is if he switch sticks to the right side of the field, I'm really waiting right here on him to switch stick, right? I know, and there's like a certain window too where I can throw this corner out safely, where even if he switch sticks on, he's just not going to get to this player here. So again, here I'm waiting for this tight end to get like right here, like right past this DB, right past this linebacker. And once he passes, see, once I threw it as soon as he passed that guy, because even if he switch sticks right here, he's not going to get to this corner route. And I'm patiently waiting. If he did switch stick to this guy early, like before the corner route passes him, I know I'm going to have like this circle cross or like this deep end on the backside as well. So I'm freestyling a little bit here. I'm going, so again, it's the drag under play, or the play with the crab route. And I got the corner, the running back flat. Now you see most people run this with a tight end post and like a little zig backside. I actually think, how I was thinking about it is, you know, with switch stick, I really like this running back as just like a bait route. Meaning that, you know, as soon as somebody sees the running back going on this little swing route or like crab route, it just automatically in their head, they're going to, oh, I got to switch stick to this guy. And somebody's switch stick will get kind of stuck in this column of the field, right? So that's kind of what I wanted. Again, he didn't get stuck over here, but you'll see it come to fruition in like a future play, exactly what I'm talking about. Where if somebody switch sticks to this guy right here, usually I'm going to have like, you know, this corner route over here. And by the time he's switch sticked onto this corner right here, again, he would have to switch stick to this guy, then that guy to get back to this corner route. But again, here, this is the first read. Again, the flat was open. But if we switch stick, again, we had like a good plan behind it as well. I think so I'm actually gonna go right back to it here. So, and he actually double fighted this side. Again, I don't see this too often, but actually, this was a really good adjustment by him. So most people don't do this, so he hard flat it and cloud flat this side. But anytime I see this outside cornerback in a cloud flat right here, I also know that this strong safety right here is going to be in a deep half. So this means that like this area, like this space on the field right here, is going to be wide open. So I'm taking note of that for a future play. But I passed this down here. You know, the knockout, or no, he didn't knock it out. So that was a good play by us. But again, I saw what he did in that last play, and I saw it was like a hard flat, cloud flat. And anytime somebody runs like that cover two, you know you're going to have like this space on the field wide open. So that's where you see me go with like an outside fade here. And again, he got a crazy shed there, but we're going to go right back to it because I feel like he's going to do that exact coverage again. So yeah, here we go right back to it. And touchdown here. So again, he ran like the same coverage on the last couple of plays. Again, we saw he's putting a cloud flat, hard flat, deep half. So I know I'm going to have this space on the field right here with the slot fade, pass that out. So again, defensively right here, we know he's doing the PA snag a lot. Again, he's doing like the post, slant, drag, and like a little hitch. So again, we're crossmanning this post. I just need the crossman to play him for like half the field, right? Like I just need him to play him until he like crosses midfield. And then like with my switch stick, I'm prepared to kind of help out on it. So you saw me right there. Like you see with my switch stick, I'm not expecting this crossman to actually full on play the post. And that's the benefit of crossmanning. And sometimes they do full on play the post. So again, I'm just expecting them to play it to like this point in the field right here, and then you see me back here like, oh, I got to help out on this dude. But again, he actually full on played the post, so that was really good for us. And you saw me here, again, I knew my responsibility. I knew that, you know, I had to switch stick immediately to guard this drag because there's like a little window to throw this drag. So this guy's originally in a curl flat, right? But I know that there's like a little window right here to snap out this drag. So I immediately switched to my left slot and play that window. And then I get back on Thomas expecting that to play the post late, but I don't. So I just come back down to the hitch. So again, right here, you're going to notice that I'm not going to man up the same guy again because I'm expecting to see, okay, like the post is not going to be open. Like I was kind of hoping you'd see like I crossed him in the post, so I thought he would like avoid it. But he did go right back to it. So it almost tells me like I should kind of start repeating my adjustments on defense because it didn't really make sense to go right back to that play after I just bagged it. So here's just like going no huddle, flipping again. This is the thing about coming out in the zone version, like my curl flats in Narnia right now. Great quick streak. And again, you see me, I'm gonna start cross-manning the hitch route as well, because that started to get open on me. So you see me cross-man circle for that little hitch he hit me with earlier, but actually he did a zig route there and it worked out. Somehow the cross-man played the little zig. So here, man, these RPOs fucking kill me. Again, it's a lot easier in dollar to stop these. Again, I'm just not really used to adjusting to them in mug yet. And again, he's gonna do this again here, and I'll be honest, yeah, I wasn't really comfortable with that. Like, yeah, he had an easy touchdown there, so I gotta think about how I want to play that when he goes in auto motion. So this is another play that was really unique in the Bunch X Nasty and Browns, is it had this little post around the backside, and it seemed like it could get under deep blues pretty well, so I was messing around with it. I think it can be pretty good if, again, I would have to see how somebody like really good with switching would be able to play this, if they would be able to, get back to this post in time. But I'm thinking like, again, I'm just kind of like waiting to see. I know like my primary read here is going to be between the drag and like triangle. I'm really watching this left slot right here. Like I'm waiting. I'm waiting for this like triangle route to kind of like pass him. And I knew like at that certain point, like he wasn't really going to be able to make that play. Like see, he switch sticked on there, but he was too late. So once he just passes him, again, you can like throw that up and out. So here, he's going to a single high safety. So in single high safety, like again, you almost never want to just run a single, like tell somebody that you're running single high and man them, because they can just immediately throw, because we know that like this space right here on the field is going to be wide open. So that's why I just put a streak by R1. I knew he wasn't going to really be able to guard that. And right here, you're going to see me, I'm going to switch to nickel wide. And again, the reason why is not because I thought he could beat Mug. Again, it's just like to challenge myself. Again, I'm just at the point of the year, again, I just want to learn different defenses. And, I want to see how he did versus stunts and how I would adjust from like a stunting defense, or just doing something really basic. So again, at up 14, you really don't have to do anything crazy. So I'm not going to be making too many adjustments from here on out. And like right here, like this drive, for whatever reason, like the opponent, like he's down 14 and now he's like, bro, let me run inside zone. This is like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Like dude, you're down 14, just air it out right here. And I didn't get back to this in route in time. I was trying to switch stick to play this drag a little bit. I don't mind, like, because a lot of people, they expect you to to switch off this drag really early. So I actually full on like committed to this route, just about. But he did a good job of staying really patient right there, so I don't mind us like committing right there. So right here, I'm like thinking, like, I know that like this kind of space in the field is open right here, so I know that I potentially might have to switch stick to this guy and come down and play like this little running back route. And then like I would have to get back to this hook curl. There's like a tight end post, so that's what I'm thinking right now. Oh, actually, yeah, go ahead and cross me on this tight end, because if you remember, he's doing like the tight end post, so I can safely switch stick to this guy and play like the running back route. And right here, we were able to switch stick the shit out of him right here. But honestly, like, I just didn't feel like this was like a really good play. Like, this was honestly a pretty easy switch stick for me. So again, I'm naturally looking, so I'm kind of like looking pre-snap at like this space in the field. I'm kind of waiting to see like, because like if the running back goes in that snag route, to tell it's of kind of what the route combo is going to be. So if you see this running back crossover, crab route, whatever the hell you want to call it, it's like, you're thinking it's going to be, what is it, return, like post, streak, slap fade, whatever, right? So I'm looking to see where the running back is. I saw the running back was kind of like blocked. So that I'm already like looking at the space right here. So next I saw like it was a zig route. So again, I switched it onto that immediately because I knew he would beat the man. And then it was just like natural. The next thing to go to is look up and like, oh, it's streaks and crossers. So I'm gonna switch stick immediately to this guy right here. I try not to switch stick onto my deep blues. It's so easy to give up like a really big touchdown. Again, probably versus this guy, he would probably still throw the crossing route anyways, to be honest with you. But I just like to be in a habit of just kind of switch sticking to my hook zones and my curl flats, just so I don't give somebody a really free touchdown. Again, it's easy to get really greedy here and switch, but again, I'm just trying to get used to just switch sticking to the curl flat and get back there in time. So you see me, I switch stick to the curl flat, and this forces a pass lead up and to the left, and he ends up throwing it directly to the defender. Again, I really just didn't like this play design. This was just a really easy switch stick for me. So again, all of your primary reads are like in the same column of the field. And if you're a Man Academy member, like this is column 3. Again, it's just a really easy, I switch stick low, and then I just have to make one more switch, and I'm right there to your next primary read. That's why you saw me early in the game. I was saying like, kind of like using the running back crossover and bunch as kind of like a bait route, because it all, in somebody's head, they're like already thinking, okay, I want to switch to the slot corner on that side of the field, and then it makes it a lot easier to look over to like maybe this side of the field and throw it cross field, because it's really hard to switch cross field. Again, you have to be really precise and accurate to switch cross field. But to me, this was like the next natural switch. So I mean, it was a good switch, but like it just wasn't like the best play to call as well. So yeah, like I said, I like to kind of have like a bait route in the field, and then like throw like cross field kind of from like that bait route, and versus instead of just having like your primary reads kind of like all in like one column of the field. It just made it like really easy to switch. him right here. And again, we were able to basically close this out. And again, we were able to get out of there with Woodson, and we were able to just about 21 him. Again, we almost throw probably close to a perfect game on offense, and we were able to get a few stops, so that was huge. So a big 1-0 so far in Gauntlet. And again, if you're looking to master the mental chess match and man, become a Mana Grandmaster, and kind of learn the game within the game, make sure to go to themanacademy.com and grab your free course.